This week, I am going to take my first ride through to Sheerness via two different trade types, one including the Class 395 Javelin. However, disruption, yet again, has the potential to throw everything off course. What is the Sheerness Line like? Does everything go smoothly? Do I make my train connection? Come and join me to find out. Let's go. Hey everyone, Reece's Trains, and today I am outside St Pancras International railway station here in London. Now we're going to go visit somewhere that I've never been before, and we're going to go with Southeastern to the Isle of Sheppey. Now I'm excited for this because I've never been to any of the isles before within England. I'm looking forward to it. So let's get to St Pancras International and I will go through everything from there. So if you're ready, let's go. Okay, so the train I'm getting is the 9:20 Southeastern service to Ramsgate, which is slightly delayed, which isn't a good sign. Come on, there we are. Okay, so we've got a problem. Other services have been cancelled. This is the only one that is going at the moment, and it's saying services have been delayed or suspended due to overhead power supply problems. So this is likely going to cause problems to our journey. So anybody's guess how this is going to play out. Okay, so the train is moving. It's currently between Stratford International and St Pancras International. So hopefully it should be here in about 5-10 minutes. So hopefully we'll get moving, but I'm expecting reduced speed. And the problem is when we get to Sittingbourne, there's a tight connection, which means we could potentially miss the connection. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out. So we'll see. Right, here is our train. We've got 395. 023, that is refurbed, and 003, is that refurbed or unrefurbed? Unrefurbed, we'll get into refurbed. Let's get on board. Well, despite the disruption, I'm happy to be back on a Javelin. It's the first time being on one of these in a while, and of course it's a refurbed one, so that's good. It's a bit of a waiting game now, see what happens. We need to get to Sittingbourne before 10:21, otherwise we'll miss the connection. It's going to be pretty tight, so we'll see how this goes. Before we set off, let's have a look at our route. So we are catching this 0920 Southeastern service through to Sittingbourne. Then it's a 5-minute changeover to get the 1023 to Sheerness-on-Sea. Scheduled arrival to Sheerness-on-Sea at 10:42 with a total travel time of 1 hour 22 minutes. After a number of minutes, we were still not moving, pushing the risk of potentially missing the connection. I was starting to feel a little bit nervous at this point. We leave St Pancras International 13 minutes late, and there was going to be a twist to this journey. It really did not help with a Eurostar leaving the same time as us. As they're non-stop for the Channel Tunnel heading to Europe, we have to let them go first, unfortunately. As we go into the tunnel, we are now 14 minutes late. On the positive side, at least I get to ride one of my favourite trains, so I tried to stay positive and enjoy the ride of the Javelin. Yep, more trains delayed and cancelled. We're not doing too well at the moment. But there was a twist to this. So, I have just messaged Southeastern about the situation, and they've informed the service manager apparently the service to Sheerness-on-Sea is going to be held until we arrive. So let's see if it actually sticks to it. The only problem you have there is it's going to start delaying the Sheerness service. So now it really is a race against time to get to Sittingbourne as soon as possible, otherwise that service might not be able to hold on.
We will shortly be arriving at Ebbsfleet International.
We're arriving to platform 6 at Ebbsfleet International, 15 minutes behind schedule, and this is where the train switches to DC for the third rail as we branch off High Speed 1. Over on platform 5, there was another Southeastern service going for St Pancras International, and due to the number of cancellations and the amount of people there, it will likely get really busy on the way into London. Despite the nerves and disruption, let's take our minds off it for a little bit by having a ride down the North Kent line for the first time. The first stop we make down here is Gravesend. It looks like there's two platforms. There's a... Whoa! Hello freight train, didn't expect to see you. Anyways, two platforms, got a footbridge, and it looks like it's Southeastern managed. Now, despite all the disruption, we're now on the third rail, as I mentioned, and it feels a little strange to be not under wires and cruising along here. It's an interesting sight to see. I'm more used to it on the IET, but not on a Javelin. Next stop is Strood. Now, it looks like here this station has 3 platforms. Now, I also noticed on the side further down, we are actually now in Medway. I've never been to Medway before, so we'll see what's down here. And it's not long before we pull into Rochester, which has 3 platforms and once again managed by Southeastern. Next up, we arrive at Chatham. As we pull into Gillingham, I do notice this station has kind of an interesting vibe to it. 3 platforms and Southeastern managed. It was at this point I checked the time and the pressure was back on to get to Sittingbourne before the Sheerness service leaves. Our last stop before Sittingbourne is Rainham. 3 platforms, numbered 0 to 2, managed by Southeastern. Okay, so good news, the train has been held, so looks like if the train stays there, I'll be able to make the connection, so let's hope that's the case. Oh, it's not there. We arrived to Sittingbourne at 10:34 and the Sheerness service has already left 6 minutes before. They couldn't hold on. Goodness sake. And yes, I was annoyed and frustrated. My train has already left. It says it was going to hang on until we arrived, and guess what? It left. Oh, for goodness sake. So now I'm going to have to now think of another plan, because this is now going to affect my plans going back to St Pancras International to get the next service to, because I've got something else I need to film later, so now I've got a decision to make. Do I redo Sheerness-on-Sea another time, or do I just go for a ride out, then a ride back? Don't believe that. That screwed me over. Don't believe it. Oh, right, leave it with me. We'll think of another plan. The most frustrating part of it all is I now have another hour to wait until I can get a train towards Sheerness-on-Sea. So I'm going to have to wait for the 11:23 Southeastern service to Sheerness-on-Sea. It's annoying because that 11:47 I was supposed to get back to get on with other vlogs, so I'm now not going to have time to spend some time around Sheerness-on-Sea, which is a shame, but so as a result I will be doing another trip down at a later date, but we'll still go over for nothing, still have a look at it. I'm not going to, you know, waste it, to say the least, but I might come back down and give it another look later in the year, but it's unfortunate, but is what it is. But hey, on the bright side, let's have a look at Sittingbourne Station. You've got 3 platforms here, you've got a footbridge to connect the platforms, you've got a number of waiting areas, you've got this like interesting building here as well. Yeah, managed by Southeastern. Yeah, the sun's out, so at least it's something despite the disruption. And to my surprise, we've got an Electrostar 375, 305. 3 carriages. We'll have a look at it. Well, to my surprise, we have got an Electrostar. I thought we were going to get something like a 465, but no, we've got these Electrostars. These are really nice inside. We've got a table seat, so all comfortable. The seats are comfortable. I'm feeling relaxed in them. So you've got plug sockets underneath the seats. You've got overhead luggage racks with some lights. And the interior is like a Turbo Star, but of course, still for the Turbo Star any day. But despite the delay, we'll still take this for a ride out to Sheerness-on-Sea. As I say, because of the delay, I'm not going to have time now to have a little walk around, which is a shame. But I'll definitely do another trip in the future, though. But hey, at least we'll get a train ride, so it's better than nothing, isn't it? Forgot to mention you got your coat hangers here as well. Very handy. Armrests on the seats, I approve. And large windows.
Sheerness-on-Sea.
We leave Sittingbourne on time at 11:23 and now heading for the Sheerness Line. Our first stop on this branch is Ebbsfleet, 2 platforms and southeastern managed.
It's a start, but you have to...
Our next stop is Swale, which is actually our last stop before we cross into the Isle of Sheppey. After leaving Swale, we cross the King's Ferry Bridge. Now, I have to say it was a pretty strange feeling crossing into my first ever isle, the Isle of Sheppey. Our last stop before Sheerness-on-Sea is Queenborough, and we're back to the 2 platforms here. Right, it's that time again where I sum up my journey today. First, the positives. I really enjoyed riding the Class B95 Javelins, as I always do, one of my favourite type of trains. Very fast at 140 miles an hour and a pleasure to ride on through the North Kent Line and Chatham Main Line. The 375 on the other hand is also nice to ride on. They are comfortable and I enjoyed the journey through to Sheerness for the first time. However, we need to talk about the negatives. I was disappointed about the delay and disruption to the Javelin service, which threw me back by an hour, meaning I'll have no time to explore Sheerness as a result. On another note, I think South Eastern could have been a bit more clear instead of just saying they'll hold the train till it arrives. Something on the lines, if you miss your connection, your ticket will be valid on the next service would be better. Nothing against South Eastern, I still enjoy riding their trains, but room for improvement there. The disruption was no fault of South Eastern though, as it was a power supply failure as mentioned earlier. Total ticket price was £9.69 for a rail card, and I've since claimed back through delay repaid due to the misconnection at Sittingbourne. Overall, it was a good trip, but the letdown was the disruption, which did throw my plans off course.
See it, say it, sorted.
And we finally arrived to Sheerness-on-Sea on time at 11:42. Thank you. Right, so very quickly, a quick look at Sheerness-on-Sea then. So it's just got the single platform, and it's got this interesting like interior. You've got the town itself out there. Southeastern managed, and yeah, only Southeastern call here. So yeah, that's going to be it for this vlog. I'm going to be dashing straight back on this train to get back over to Sittingbourne. Then I'm going to get the next available service to St Pancras International. Oh dear, what a day. Let's see if it'll get any worse. Right, I'm off. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. A huge thank you to all my channel members who are listed on screen now. And if you want to become a channel member, you can join by hitting the join button or follow the links in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you liked, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.